everyone, today I'm going to be teaching you how to get a basic start on Liberty with your horse. Here I have Maverick. He's my 3-year-old quarter horse. I got Maverick about a year ago, and we've started doing Liberty ever since I got him, pretty much, just to keep a nice foundation. He's not a pro by any means. He's still just a little baby. Very curious how I achieved that and how you can achieve that with your horse as well. I have a simple halter, rope halter, and a carrot stick for using as an extension of my hand. And I'm just going to show you how I do it.
One of the most common mistakes I see is having a tight hold on the horse's face. Now what you want to do is have some slack in your rope and be pointing with your finger where you want them to go. This will help you in the future when doing more complex tasks, and you want them to just read off your body language and which way you are going. You must remember that Liberty is the horse using its brain to want to stay with you. It's a little bit behind as he's a very slow and not a very forward horse when just leading like this. That's why I'm using the whip a little bit just to pick up his pace. Now doing this repetitively might seem like a boring task to start, but it will help you gain that connection and be able to do stuff farther on. Now this should be a pretty basic thing of your horse's understanding just from halter breaking, but this is going to help you when you decide to take the halter off. One of the things I do with Maverick, now that we're a little bit far advanced, is backing him up, and once he's backed up a little bit, then I give him the come command, and he circles around to my side where he is supposed to always be at. Once you feel comfortable enough with your horse just following you around with having the lead rope pointed toward their nose, you can throw the lead rope over and start doing the same thing. In the very beginning stages, you never want to punish your horse from leaving you. You always want to reward for coming to you. You want them to understand that looking to you for answers is better than leaving, and that you are a safe space. Now don't set too many standards on your first few Liberty sessions. It's going to take your horse a while to fully understand what you are asking. But once you get a horse that's understanding what you're asking and staying close to you, you can start incorporating harder tasks. Like here I added in some obstacles. These are just 3 barrels in a line and having him go around them. Now this is a pretty easy task for Maverick because we've done this quite a few times before, but just for the sake of this video, I'm showing you exactly what we did. You could incorporate many different types of tasks that you have your horse doing. I don't really have anything out right now, so I'm just using these 3 barrels that I already had set up. Now here I'm just making him go the way I'm pointing my finger, which is a different way than I'm going around these barrels. So I'm telling him to go around and then having him circle back to me. Now I do still have the lead rope on just in case he does get a little confused. But here he's picking up pretty well what I'm asking of him. If you have a horse like Maverick who gets bored easily of a certain task or being drilled, make sure you change it up often. Now with Maverick, I only had him do this for a few times until he really picked it up, and then I started adding new things to it, i.e. just leaving the lead rope over his neck, going at faster rates, changing it up, going different directions, anything to just add diversity into the task, but still getting the idea of what you want him to do and having a connection built. Like here I started having him just go in different directions around the barrels without me next to him and just pointing with my finger. Adding some different cues like getting him to come to me faster and going opposite directions than what I would normally do when I started it. Now don't be discouraged if your horse does disconnect every once in a while. It can happen often with younger new Liberty horses, but make sure you always reward them. Starting Liberty is always a learning curve for horses, and it can take ages to be able to master it. Some horses pick it up faster than others, and some horses don't. When starting this, you must remember that horses have to want to stay with you, and it is a choice. You can't force a horse to connect with you. You gotta create games and activities and give them a comfortable space to want to connect and stay with you. In the next video, I will show more games and activities you can do with your horse at a walk and even a trot without or with a lead rope. All of these depend on your horse's connection with you and how far you got just on your first few lessons. Now don't try and push a horse too fast and get them confused. You want them to always look for you for the right answer, and once they get the answer, you want to give them the release.